inputs in his car. Like he didn't have the other one. I know, right? I was like, how do you have one in your car? Go ahead.
Welcome back to the extra inning at the Flyover Brewing Company. I'm on Semba here with Jeffrey Nelson. We're here to give you all the details about everything that's going on in the Western Nebraska Pioneers. How are you doing today, Jeffrey?
I'm good, Anna. Thank you very much. How are yourself?
I'm doing good. I hiked 3 miles today this morning
Jeez.
up the
are
monument.
You not tired?
No, obviously. Have you met me? My battery does not run out. But it was a beautiful sight, absolutely beautiful. That Scottsbluff Monument, everyone hypes it up, and it's absolutely beautiful. I totally see the hype.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to make it a once-a-week thing for sure, if not more, because that, gave me so much, oomph for the day.
An extra innings hike as a show?
An extra innings hike. But let's go over some of the things that are happening this weekend and some things that are coming up in general for Western Nebraska Pioneers. So this weekend we have today the Fill the Parks. There's a few more tickets I think that are still out there if you want to claim them. Make sure to check the Instagram to see which businesses those are.
Last week we had a great showing against the Australian Select Colts in that Fill the Park. That was great. And tomorrow's an exciting day as well where we have Summerween going on.
You've heard of Christmas in July, but now it's Halloween in the summer.
In the summer, absolutely. And so some of the players might be dressed up before the game. So hopefully you come when the gates are open, and maybe you'll see players in their costumes that they wore.
And I know that some of our interns are also going to be dressing up. If you've met Patrick before, he has an outfit. I'm not going to spoil it.
No, we're not going to spoil it.
But it is a sight to see tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow.
And then on Sunday, we also have Kids Day, like always. And then we also have a movie at the ballpark. This time, it's Cars.
Cars. So a great movie for you to enjoy with your kids. Now, the game does start at 5:05 instead of the usual 6:35. Yes. So the movie might be starting a little bit earlier than you might have expected on a regular day. But the day after that, we bringing in the U.S. military War Dogs. Is there a special thing going on the field for the team with that as well?
So this is a kind of like our 4th of July. Since we don't have a 4th of July game, we are going to be having the U.S. military, former military, come out and play a game. And then on top of it, we're doing a jersey auction for the special military jerseys, which you can find on our Instagram using the link to bid on the jerseys. And then on top of it, we're having a fireworks show afterwards. So I don't see why you wouldn't want to come out to that ballpark. That is July 1st.
I mean, the next 4 days sound amazing. Fill the Park, Summerween, Kids Night with a movie, and then Fireworks Night and the U.S. military, which is an exhibition game. So we might see people on the mound that we're not used to seeing on the mound, like Coach Jay O'Connor, intern Cole Mayberry, that have pitched in recent days. Let's talk about the past 5-6 games for the Pioneers.
It's
been much better at home.
It's definitely been much better at home. Out of all the games, like I said, we were on a 10-game home stretch. We're kind of at that a little more than a halfway point.
Right.
But we've only lost one game. And that was after a doubleheader. We got rain suspension. The boys had so much fun on that tarp doing a little slide.
It was great.
It was.
I think everybody did. I mean,
Everyone
I
had
know
a play.
Patrick Madden, who was on the show last night, he was enjoying himself as well, too. And the Pioneers, as you said, we've only lost one in the last 6 games that we've played.
So that home field advantage is definitely a perk for the Pioneers, being at home, being able to get into that routine, like I said. And there's been, and it's not even like they're not blowouts, so it's not like the team's been, in the stars just yet.
Right.
But they're in the stratosphere.
They are.
They're getting walk-off wins.
Yep.
We had just this week, since last Friday, 3 walk-off wins, 1 by Ethan Mooser, 2 by Luke Nowak, which we have Luke Nowak coming on the show.
Right. Well, we're hoping that he'll bring this heat to the show as well, because he's been bringing it at the plate. And I've called them the comeback kids at times, because we were down 7-1 yesterday in the continuation of the game, and it felt like the game was over. But 6 runs in the last 3 innings, and partly in thanks to a 2 RBI single from Nowak, and then he ran around the bases on a double by Bryce Peterson, and that tied the ball game. And well, he won it in the 11th inning as well. So
and it's been good. So. This team has been, day and night since the road games. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm so excited to see where they go after this week, and it's a 10-game home stretch. They've only had 1 day off, so these boys have been fighting, and fighting. Like, it's not like they're just stopping anytime soon.
Nope. And of course, as you mentioned, we finish up this homestand that we have, and we'll go away for Tuesday through Friday or so, but then we'll be back home for another 5 games. So this team gets to enjoy the time at home. Yes. And we'll get set to bring in Luke Nowak or so here on Extra Innings.
Yeah, after the break, we'll bring Luke to talk about his, walk-offs, just where he's been mentally at the plate, and kind of some extra stuff about him that will, you guys get to know. Alrighty, we'll be back after the break. Back from our break, and we're here with Luke Nowak. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, guys. How are y'all?
We're good, especially after seeing you hit a couple walk-offs this week and making us win a couple games so far.
So Luke has had 3 walk-offs wins this season, the first one ever for the Pioneers this season, in the early games.
I think it was the second game of the season, or it was the third or fourth. It was against Fort Collins, right?
It was one of these
so it was the first game against Fort Collins in which we walked them off, and that was on a single. It wasn't a sac fly. The ball was close to being caught.
I'm claiming that in my mind, all I saw was a home run, so I'm going to claim a home run. That's what I'm saying. But, and then comes off, what was it?
Greeley, when we were being no-hit. And you, in fact, called it. So I want you to talk about that because you texted me after the game saying, I called it. So talk to the people about what that was.
I did. I wasn't having the best day at the plate, and I just knew that I was really confident still just going up there. And once we got a runner on, I mean, that's all I want is that moment in my hands. There's nothing better than that's what you dream, that's what you work for. And just to be able to have the opportunity and take advantage of it, I mean, that's all you could ever ask for. I think.
Now, this one was a double, right? And so we go to yesterday, in which we were down 7-1, and the team came back. You had an RBI single in the 9th and then scored the tying run. But you came up in the 11th against, I believe it was Aiden Schmegel, right? And he's a slider guy. And now you came this close to hitting a home run that would have tied the game in the 9th inning. Now, you came around to score and eventually tied the game. But in the 11th, what was your approach at the plate? Because you got a slider down in the zone and hooked it out to right for the win.
I mean, when you go up there, you're just trying to look to do damage always and just control the things you can control. Get your foot down, take a good swing at good pitches, take the bad ones, and just let the result happen.
And Anna, Luke has been doing damage. 429 average on the season.
Yeah, so he's one of the guys, at least whenever I'm in the dugout and he's up to play, all the guys know that you're gonna make something. You're gonna put that ball either out of the field, on the ground, somewhere where a play is gonna be made. How does that feel, knowing that your team is in full support and knowing because not to shame anybody, but there are some guys sometimes on any baseball field you see them go up to play and you're like, oh, I don't know about this one, but you're like that one of those players that people know you're going to make a play.
It's great just to have my team always behind my back and just have full confidence and trust in me. It means the world, and just having that support just uplifts me so much and just gives me all the confidence to go do what I do.
And speaking of support, I know that you have 2 players that you were very familiar with when you came here. Jake Maroney, who you were childhood friends with, and then Cooper Burgess, who is a former teammate.
Yeah, so I mean, Jake's right there, but always give me a hard time. But
He's always right there, isn't he?
he's always right there.
Always like sitting on like right behind Luke. Always like 2 feet behind him.
You know, I got him on a leash, follows me around, but it's nice having someone that I grew up with, just having someone who I know always has my back through when I'm riding wrong and just always on my side. And, you know, it's easy not coming in alone, always having someone you can count on. And same thing with Coop, knowing how he is on the field, but off the field, I lived with him for a year in the same dorm just down the hall. So I know how he lives, I know how he interacts with others, and just having 2 people that I can really rely on, it makes the world's difference here.
And what is that like for you, having Jake? You know, you've known him since middle school, but he goes to San Jose State. You go to Paris JUCO. So how do you guys stay in contact throughout the year? Because obviously you're here in the summer, but what is it like for you guys being apart from each other?
You know, being apart from each other, it's hard at times just because it's someone I'm used to seeing every day,
Right.
you know, back home. It's like, yo, what's Jake doing? And we go do something. But, you know, at school, it's all about, sometimes we'll hit the occasional FaceTime, or it's mainly through video games. You know, you see Game Time the Kid pop up on Xbox, I know I'm in for a good time.
And then, you know, you guys are living in the same host family this year. How is your host family? I know you've had some fun so far with them, right?
We have. Our host family's awesome. We can't thank Big Roy enough, and Tobiah. Tobiah's an animal. So they make it real interesting, and you know, me and Jake always got something to deal with Tobiah, which is a good thing. You know, he keeps us busy on our toes, and it's been a blast so far. I can't be more thankful for being here.
You know, we actually, as of today, 1 month are into the season. Opening day was a month ago. How much do you think you've grown this season since the beginning?
A lot, honestly. I mean, I was at Paris for a year, and I was away from home, but, you know, I was only an hour and a half away. If I needed anything, I could go back. Always count on my parents to be there. But this is the first time I've really been away. There's no going back home or calling mom to come bring me something. It's all on me. So it's been quite the experience, but a lot of growth and, you know, trial and error and just figuring out my own way in life, and it's been a lot of fun.
And I think for you, obviously having those 2 guys like Cooper and Jake, right? But building another friendship in which I think me and Anna have noticed, and a lot of the interns have noticed, Cole Weiland is another good friend of yours here on the team. So what is that like for you, building the friendships? Obviously far away from home, it's important for you to have people that you can hang out with outside of the games.
Oh, yeah, especially, you know, with Cole, Oregon boy. So it's very different from where I'm from, but he's awesome, man. Just having a guy who's always around you and you never get tired of him. Cole always brings that energy. He's always in a good mood, doesn't bring anything down, and he's always down for a good round of golf. And
golf, what else?
How's your golf swing? Got to ask everybody now.
You know, I like to argue my golf swing's better than my baseball swing. I like to think that I can stripe it out there pretty good, but all I'm going to say is I'm a way better golfer than Coach Jay.
Than Coach Jay?
Way better golfer.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him about that. Maybe I'll give you guys the answer during the broadcast about Coach Jay, or maybe Anna will talk to him before the game and bring it up.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Coach Jay on for a pre-game interview. We'll definitely bring that up today. I think I'm good.
Outside of golf, what else is something and video games where you talked about playing with Jake, right? What is something for you that relaxes your mind? Because sometimes baseball can be such a stressful game, right? And it hasn't been stressful for you. You're hitting 429 so far this year in league play. But if you are going through a rough patch, right, what's something for you outside of the field that helps you relax your mind and, you know, take your mind off of the game?
I am a big disc golf person. You know, I can go out there. It's no money. I'm a little broke in the pockets, so it's free. I can go out there, you know, get a little 1.5 mile walk in, throw some headphones on, have some good music I like going, and just walking around, do what I love, and just kind of relax everything.
I know you're a competitive guy, though.
And he's good at it. Me and Luke went out on that.
Oh, yeah?
One game, and he was
out behind
crushing.
Oregon Trail Park over there in the park by the pool.
And I will say he was crushing it. He definitely, when he said he's been playing a lot and he's played a lot,
We might have to test that. We might have to test that out.
600, Jeff.
600. Oh, geez, that's like your golf. That's like your driver in golf, huh?
I wish. I wish. I'm a much better frisbee golfer.
So 1 month left in the season. What are you excited about? Is there any place that you're excited to play at as we have some road games, or a team that you're excited to play? I know most of the team is excited to play Dodge City at home. But
yeah.
for you, what's something that you're looking forward to in the last month? Obviously, your dad's here, and your mom's here, right?
Here.
So
my parents are here.
They get to watch you play.
They do, and that's exciting. You know, they're my biggest supporters and just providing me with everything I need to get to this point. I can't thank them enough. And for road trips, well, I'm excited to go to Denver next week. You know, we'll have the game off, 4th of July, day off. Might catch a little Rockies game.
Yeah.
See some fireworks out there. And what was the other one? What'd you say, Jeff? What was the other one?
Just what are you excited for in the rest of the season?
I'm excited for Dodge City at home. You know, I missed those games.
Yeah.
I didn't get to play in those, so I'm excited to go get those boys. I heard they talk some smack, so I'm ready to go give it to them.
I think, that wraps it up. Is there anything that you'd like to share just about your time here in Nebraska, like beyond the baseball field?
I just can't thank this city enough. It's been awesome. Everyone's super respectful and just really appreciative of what we're doing, and we're really appreciative of what the community does for us. And Piles Nation, let's ride.
All right. Thank you so much, Luke. When we come back, we're going to have one of our interns, Claire, come in. She does baseball operations, and she'll just give us a rundown of everything that she does and her time here at the Pioneers.
Another Texas native on the show.
Another
Texas native.
All right. We'll be back. We are back, and now we're here with Claire Sanger. She's our baseball ops intern. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, yeah. Ready for the game tonight. Big game. Fill the park. Really excited, ready to do baseball operations.
So we had Cole on before, and he also does baseball ops. But give us a breakdown from your side, like your side of things on what goes on for baseball ops.
Yeah, so outside of baseball games, it's a lot of coordinating umpires, meals, their food, their hotels, things like that. Kind of keeping in contact with them so they know where to go, what to do, closer. And then also sometimes Cole and I will switch. So laundry, we have to do laundry and also pick up meals before and after for the teams before the games. And then during the games, it's kind of anything they want me to do. If I need to run beer, if I need to work in concessions, it'll be just basically anything. I'm just free to do whatever.
So what does that entail for you? You talked about like doing the laundry. I know Cole talked about having to go to Torrington once because that's where the team was staying, right? So is it hard for you to, get up and go drive all the way out there and do the laundry for the other team? Or is it just like, it's just another part of the job for you?
Luckily for me, I have not had to go to Torrington. They've all been 2 minutes from the ballpark. So I've just gone, picked it up. And I mean, it just gives me time to do schoolwork. So I just go there, put the laundry in, and then I'm on my laptop.
Oh, you sit and wait there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it says if you leave your laundry and you leave the place, they can't be liable for it.
I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with the other team not having a
trying-
jersey for a game, but
Speaking of schools, I just want to say.
Uh-oh. Do I have to get in between y'all two?
No, it's okay. We both don't have a ring, so it's okay. We both don't have a national championship.
All right.
So, I, as we know, is a Florida Gator. Claire over here is a Texas A&M Aggie. That coaching.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm in the Big East. You guys are SEC over here.
Yeah. We got so close. Closest I've ever been to a national championship as an Aggie. It was very exciting. I thought we'd only go up from here, and then next day after we lose our coach
is
as well.
gone, right?
Yeah.
Now, Anna has talked a little bit outside, like off camera, about what it's like being at Florida football games. Kyle Field in College Station. Have you been? What is it like for you being at A&M Aggie games?
Have I been? Heck yes, I've been. I haven't been to Florida. I don't know how it would compare, but I think it's definitely one of the best atmospheres in football. I mean, you have like 45,000 students a game, all in these like one section, 3 levels, all cheering, and the towels getting out too, with our amazingly hot yell leaders leading the yells. I don't think there's anything that can beat it.
And then I want to just ask if you have ever experienced, or if you know anyone personally who's experienced I'm not 100% sure of the name of the dog, but the whole barking in class and getting to leave the class. Is that like a rumor? Is that true? Have you had experience or know anyone with that?
I have not experienced myself. It's Reveille. She's the queen, highest ranking member in the Corps. So yeah, if she barks, if you can get her to bark, she's pretty well trained. It's hard to do. But if you do get her to bark, class has to be dismissed immediately. And I do have friends that have had her in class and she has barked, and they've been able to just leave
What did they do? Did they give you the intel on what somebody did to get the dog to get her to bark?
No. Some people try to like pull her tail and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what they did.
Hold on.
Rita, get on the
Hold
phone. Just kidding.
I don't know. I love her. I've gotten a picture with her too, so.
But you didn't get her to bark then?
No.
Oh, it wasn't in class?
No, it was outside of class,
I was
yeah.
going to say, you had her in class, but you just you just took a picture instead?
But then if we leave, like, she's gone. The class is dismissed. If I have time next to her, I want to stay next to her.
Awesome. So kind of switching back to Pios. I know we kind of, we're here.
We went down to Texas, now we're back.
I know. We're back. We went to Texas, now we're back. What do you do on your off days? What have you been doing around town now that we're in a month in? I had time to explore the city, the town, yeah.
This week, me and 2 other interns, Brandy and Kaylee, we went and hiked the monument, which I know.
So
she
beautiful.
Just did that today, right?
Yeah, you just did that today.
So beautiful.
It was very beautiful, but the way up was kind of tough.
It's a lot tougher than I thought it would be. Like, you look at it and you're like, that's not too bad. And then I'm like halfway through, like huffing and puffing, gotta take a knee and sit down.
Yeah, it's like it's walking. How hard can it be?
Yeah.
How long did it take you guys roughly to go up there?
Up was about an hour, and then down may have been like 45 minutes.
That's not too bad.
But even the way down was a little tough because it's like pretty steep decline.
Yeah.
Your knees are just like, I could feel it the next morning.
If you have a fear of heights like I do, be wary because there are no barriers and the trail is like maybe like a person and a half wide at some points.
So were you guys going single file up there? Or what was it like with 3
single
people?
file.
Okay.
We couldn't, because if we're not going to do all 3 in a line, we're not
Well,
going to
no, then you're going to, one of the girls going to be off the cliff at that point. I mean, right.
So one line.
One line. Was it something you would do again? Anna said she would go again. So would you go again, or what was it like? And what was the view at the top? Because I know Nebraska, it feels like there's nothing out there. So was it worth the view?
I would definitely do it again. Yeah, it's fun. it's tough, but it's nice being able to see all the nature up there.
It's definitely tough, but not to the point where like you feel like you've pushed everything out of your system.
Gotcha.
Like it's tough and like it's on that teeter, but it's not to the point where I felt like I crashed when I came at home. I felt like rejuvenated almost. And there's this really beautiful section where there's like a little tunnel, and the light was shining in so much. It like was like
you could see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, it was literally a light, and then you turn around, and it's like a corner going up, 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 and away.
Yeah, and then when you get to the top, there's like a beautiful just view of the city of Gering and just all the trees and stuff and the lakes. It's really pretty up there.
Now, for you, Claire, obviously being baseball ops means you need to know a little bit about the game of baseball, at least a little bit, right? Because you're doing point streaks sometimes you're doing other stuff. You're always talking to the umpires, which we're not going to talk about the umpires we've had in the past couple of days. But nonetheless,
we appreciate them coming out.
oh no,
though.
of course they did their job, but I never said that they did their job to peak capacity and to the best of their abilities. But what is it like for you? Obviously, are you a fan of baseball outside of this? We know you follow the A&M Aggies, but what is it like for you in terms of working here in baseball ops and also knowing the game of baseball?
Yeah, I am a fan of baseball. I do follow the Aggies as well as the San Francisco Giants.
Why San Francisco?
I lived in California for a couple years, but also we played MLB 2K. And the two best teams in 2011 were the Giants and the Rangers.
Absolutely.
And so I always played with the Giants. My brother always played with the Rangers. So he's a Rangers fan. I'm a Giants fan.
Wow.
Gotcha.
But I think it is cool, especially watching baseball, like seeing the background of how games kind of get put together and how much goes into it. Just because I've always been just a fan watching, I didn't realize there's a lot of work that goes into making the game how it is.
And then just like, I know that if someone asked me this question, I don't really have a big direct answer, but what is the end goal for like a career or something like that in the industry? Or is that, you're doing this kind of like Matt was like, I'm doing this for kind of fun. I'm not really trying to do this full time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is kind of like see if where I'm wanting to go, I think, is how I want to go. Right now, baseball operations going towards like front office and then potentially general manager of a team. Major league, minor league, anything. So
okay, awesome.
Maybe you and Patrick will team up because he was talking about maybe being a general manager too. So who knows?
Hey, potentially if he wants me.
Yeah, there you go. How has it been? I mean, I'm not having you brag about us necessarily, but getting to know the other interns.
No, I want you to brag about it. No.
Getting to know all the other interns. Like we've mentioned several times, we all come from various parts of the country. Most of the players, it's so interesting. I kind of looked at it. Most of the players are from the West Coast. Most of our interns are on the East Coast. But how does it feel to like get to know these group of people that are from everywhere and all different walks of life?
Yeah, coming into it, it's a little nerve-wracking, I guess, because it's like you said, people from a lot of different places, different personalities. You don't know how it's going to mix. But I think it's actually been really fun. Everyone has been super nice and funny and talkative, so there's never like a lack of.
Whoa,
staring at me a little too hard on that one. I'll take that. I am a chronic yapper. I will wear that with a crown. Miss Yapper right here.
But yeah, we spend a lot of time together, but it's like always fun. Like I don't think there's ever been a time where I've been like, oh, I hate doing this, or I hate any of you guys. Everyone's really fun. And we've also hung out together outside, and you guys have been really good.
Yeah, we're all planning to go to that Rockies game on 4th of July. Luke was talking about it a little bit, but the interns are going to have their little bonding moment, too, with that. Are you excited to go to that Rockies game? I'm not really a Rockies or Brewers fan, so for me, it's just kind of like a time to just hang out with people.
Yeah, I know Coors Field is a cool experience. I would love to go see that. I'm ready for that. The Rockies are in the same division as the Giants, so hoping for a loss.
So you'll be a Brewers fan that day.
But yeah, I'll be a Brewers fan. I think it'll be fun, yeah.
And how about for you with your host family here in Gering or Scottsbluff? Not sure which one you're in, but what is it like for you? Because obviously they take you in for yourself coming from the state of Texas, and you're coming here for the summer to work for the Pioneers. What has that experience been like for you? It's not the same as college, but, somebody's bringing you into their house. So what's that like for you?
Yeah, I'm really thankful. Delynn is my host, I guess, family. It's just her and then her dog, Daisy. She's been really nice. Really
Can you get Daisy to bark?
She barks whenever I come in the door, so yeah. It's getting her not to bark. That would be the challenge there. But yeah, she's really nice, and she's like, yeah, if you want to use this stuff, you can use the stuff, just replace it. So she's been really welcoming, and I guess basically just letting me act like I'm at home, make it myself at home there.
Awesome. Well, I think that wraps it up for us. Is there anything else you'd like to say just about your time here so far?
It's been a great experience. I'm ready. We've got 4 or 5 more weeks left, and I'm ready to just get it done.
Keep on going, huh?
Alrighty, well, we're gonna tune into a short break, come back and give you just a recap of everything that's happened. We also will be giving you your secret word. If you know the rules, if you don't, if you come to the ballpark tonight and say the secret word, the first 3 people to say the secret word to our merch truck salesperson, you will win a prize, the first 3. But the secret word is after the break. So, yeah, we'll be right back. All right, we're back from our break. So the secret word is walk-off in honor of Luke's 3rd walk-off of the season and hopefully many more.
And we have 4 on the season, right?
Maybe we shouldn't hope for just walk-offs because let's hope for blowouts, though, right? Like we want mercy rule.
But we
walk-offs
want people
are
to tune in. Yeah,
walk-offs are cooler.
Walk-offs are better.
But anyway, the word is walk-off. If you come to the ballpark and you're one of the first 3 people to say walk-off to the merchandise truck, you will win a prize.
And the merchandise truck is right across from the food stand in
right
the
when you
concession
walk
stand.
in
Right
from
when
the
you walk in. You
front
can't
gate.
really miss it. It's a big truck that
Yeah.
says Pioneers and has our logo all over it. But
yeah, so these next couple of games, like I said, today is Fill the Park. So if you haven't gone to the businesses and want to get a ticket, they might be out, but they might not be. Tomorrow is Summerween. And then on Sunday, it is Kids Day and Movie at the Ballpark. It is Cars. And then finally on Monday, it is our 4th of July kind of U.S. military game. And we'll be doing a jersey auction, which is on the Instagram live right now, where you could bid on the jerseys, as well as
fireworks.
Yeah. Which I saw that there was a few fireworks a couple days ago.
Oh my
and
gosh,
the whole
people are
town
setting off
was there.
fireworks all the
The
time,
whole town
too.
was there.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to see those fireworks. I love fireworks.
People were setting off fireworks past the ballpark last night as well.
Yes, there was
I guess they set them off all the time. My host mom has told me that it just happens all the time, no matter what, until July 4th and after July 4th. Right? Might as well. So the Colorado Rough Riders come into town for those 3 games that you were talking about, in which we have those 3 kind of events going on at the ballpark, and then the military team as well.
Yeah.
And the Rough Riders are a pretty decent team. You know, right now they're listed as 5-5 so far in the season, but the Pioneers are on a hot streak. We've won 4 out of 5 at home with 4 home games left. So
yes.
What do you think we should get to? 8 is 8 too high of a goal? Is 7 too high?
I think genuinely, like, if we didn't have the game suspended, I think it would have been a closer game for that second one. I think it's just towards the end, it was like a long day. Like that suspended game went on for 11.
Yeah, they played 2/3 of the game. Played an extra 6 innings.
Yeah, 11 innings, and then they had 25 minutes to get ready, back in shape, and come back. So I have already, the Gators, both times that they played a doubleheader. They lost, so I'm kind of used to it at this point.
It happens. It happens.
So I genuinely believe that if maybe they were given that day to like recover, but you can't change the past.
You have to go with how things are, right? And so the Pioneers will do just that, playing the next 4 days.
As long as the skies stay clear, the sun is
Oh, my
out. Not
gosh.
too much out, though. And
No.
a small little breeze, I think we'll be okay.
Absolutely. And so with the Pioneers, we'll always be here on KNB Radio and on the Western Nebraska Pioneers YouTube page.
As well as all of our social media,
Yes.
Instagram, Twitter, a.k.a. X, and TikTok. So yeah,
Do we do a little Facebook at times? Or?
we do Facebook.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Instagram and
I was
Facebook
thinking about 'em. I was
put
like, maybe
together
there's one
because
more.
they are under the same brand.
Gotcha.
But yes, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. Don't miss a single thing.
And for myself, Jeffrey Nelson, and
On and Semba, thank you for tuning in to the Extra Innings at the Flyover Brewing Company.